points from 3 matches played. So far, so good. They've also progressed to the quarterfinals after finishing second. Yeah, in the group. And in the other Group B fixtures, we've got Tunisia and Botswana, who actually played out a 1-1 draw. So what does Group B look like right now? Nigeria, of course, topping with 7 points, followed by Algeria 5 points, Botswana 3 points, and Tunisia 1 point. But in other groups as well, we're also going to see matches that will be played today. Yes, still to wrap up the final group stages matches, it's South Africa and Mali today, and Ghana and Tanzania also will play today. But equally, Zambia took on DR Congo on Saturday, and it ended 1-0 to the Zambian side. Morocco were victorious over Senegal. It was a 1-0 scoreline. That leaves the current table, the Group A table, looking like this. Morocco and Zambia sharing equal points, 7 points each, because they've both actually won 2 matches and drawn 1. Senegal, yes, are third place in that particular group with 3 points, and DR Congo, sadly, no point to them. So the Group C games that will go down today, South Africa, Mali, Tanzania, Ghana, will all define who gets to top the Group C group. And yes, right now what it looks like is South Africa are topping with 4 points, having won 1 game and drawn 1. Yeah, and then also we're seeing to Mali are following suit, same scoreline as far as points is concerned, 4 points. Then Tanzania 1 point, and Ghana 1 point. That is exactly what the tables look like, really. Woo, how intriguing has this been for you, the WAFCON 2024? I would really, really love to talk about this with you. Don't forget the phone lines are open: 07000 917 917, 09155 917 917. Our toll-free number for women, 0800 123 5917. And we have our text and WhatsApp line, 08155 917 917, 0703 175 6537. We'll be right back.
WFM 91.7.
Radio never sounded so cool.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
Ìwọ ha ń tiraka láti sanwó ilé-ìwé rẹ bí abọ́kàn rẹ ò balẹ̀ lórí bí o ṣe sanwó fún sáà ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń bọ̀ yìí.
Ṣe ni máa ń jáyà bóyá máa lè parí ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mi. Ìnira ìnáwó yẹn pọ̀ débi pé mi ò kí ń lè gbájúmọ́ ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mi.
Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí, ìrètí ti wà pẹ̀lú NELFund, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. Àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bíi tiẹ̀ á lè mú àlá rere yín ṣẹ láìsí ìṣòro ìnáwó.
Ṣé lóòótọ́?
Báyìí, o lè gbájúmọ́ ohun tó ṣe pàtàkì jùlọ, ẹ̀kọ́ rẹ. Ètò ẹ̀yáwó wa tí kò ní èlé lórí ti wà báyìí láti rí i dájú pé ìrìn àjò ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rẹ lọ geere láìsí ìnira. Yára báyìí, kàn sí www.nelf.gov.ng. Fi ìdáhùn sí ìwé ìbéèrè àyè kó o sì máa retí àbájáde ìwádìí nípa rẹ. Lẹ́yìn àrídájú ìwádìí, NELFund á sanwó iléèwé rẹ, wọ́n á sì fún ọ ní owó ìsàpòrò. Bó ṣe rọrùn tó nìyẹn. NELFund, àwa sanwó, ìwọ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wàá sì ṣàṣeyọrí.
NELFund jẹ́ àgbékalẹ̀ Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu.
otu ụmụ nwaanyị Igbo mgbasa ozi Women Radio Membership n'olu bekee na-ejikọ gị na ụmụ nwaanyị azụmahịa ndị ọzọ, ndị ọchụnta ego, ụmụ akwụkwọ, ndị nlekwa ezinụlọ, ndị ọrụ ugbo na ndị ezumike nka dị na steeti 36 nke Naịjirịa. Dịka onye otu ụmụ nwaanyị Igwe mgbasa ozi, azụmahịa gị bụ nke a ga-akwalitere gị n'efu n'Igwe mgbasa ozi ụmụ nwaanyị. Ị ga-enwetakwazi ihe nrite ihe ọma ndị dị ịtụnanya dị iche iche, ma nwetakwazi ohere ịnọ ma sonyere ihe omume anyị gasị. Tinye Women Radio app n'ekwentị gị taa, gị wee nụrụ olu gị n'Igwe mgbasa ozi. Debanye aha n'efu na wfm917.com ma gbaa mbọ hụ na ị na-esonyere otu jikọtara ụmụ nwaanyị Igwe mgbasa ozi nke ọwara nzikọrịta ozi Facebook. Ọ bụ otu Mark After Foundation and Nigeria Media Innovation Program NAMIP na HITAP ha na-akwado otu abụ Women Radio Membership.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is finally here. From Monday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Plenty Nigerians will stand a chance to win big. To join, just dial *900# on your MTN line. Then every recharge from 100 naira or more will get you more entries and increase your chances to win.
Recharge today and win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more details.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
Driving through traffic? Bored at home? Or maybe you're having a bad day. Ease your mind with great music, entertainment, and lots of laughter on the Evening Experience every weekday from 4 to 9 p.m. on WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
Sell your market on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Are you a member of our Women Radio Network? Are you a trader? Do you own a business? Do you want to increase your sales? I have good news for you. To sell your market free at no charge every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Call 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917. 0800 1235 917. Sell your market and connect with customers far and wide for free. This is only for Women Radio Network members. Follow us on social media, Facebook, X, and YouTube at WFM 917.
We play Nigerian songs
Every time,
all the time. WFM 91.7.
Well, this is still Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I am Miracle Phillip, and yes, we are still serving you loads and loads of sporting updates because we know that you deserve it. Of course, we'll get to talk about even more sporting updates right here. But, we opened up by talking about the Super Falcons and what they did, in Morocco, the game they played up against Algeria and how it ended nil. But in spite of that, they have advanced into the quarterfinals. And I raised a lot of questions. I asked you, what did you find intriguing about that particular match? Or how have you found the WAFCON 2024 intriguing so far, so good? Now, I know you're going to be like, well, me, assuming they just put it right there to stream on YouTube for better for us. I mean, look at what we're seeing with the Euros, the Women Euros. Yes, that's another conversation. However, let's focus on what is in front of us, which is the performance of our Super Falcons. Have you been impressed so far? What do you think the Justin Madugu's side need to do even more if we are going to take it up for a 10th title this time around? 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917. Now, in the spirit of talking about the Super Falcons, let me let you know something. A documentary that is about to blow up, that is about to reveal the inequalities that are prevalent in the sporting world. A documentary that will highlight the bold, audacious, inspiring part of our Super Falcons. A documentary put together by Gatefield, and that is African Giant. It's an inspiring short documentary that actually tells the story of Nigeria's national women's football team, the Super Falcons. All of this through the eyes of one of his three brightest stars, Michelle Alozie. Yeah, the dual career athlete and cancer researcher who is redefining excellence. Asisat Oshoala, 5-time African Women's Footballer of the Year and global sports icon, and Rashidat Ajibade, a rising star known for her speed, her flair, and her fearless leadership. Now, the African Giant documentary celebrates the resilience and the cultural pride of Nigeria's women's national football team, the Super Falcons, and it explores their determination to thrive as champions of women's empowerment and gender equality in a sport where women have historically been underrepresented. Now, this particular documentary will amplify the conversation around gender equality, inclusion, and women's empowerment. And me coming out here to talk about it is because you need to watch it. In fact, I just need to just play a clip for you, get you to feel everything that this documentary will offer you, how it will inspire you. So maybe you're listening and you're thinking to yourself, how this one take concern you? It concern you because whether you're male or female, this is a conversation that we need to have in Nigeria. The fact that there should be gender equality, and for what we stand for right here at Women Radio 91.7, empowering women and also empowering women in sports. So take a listen to Michelle Alozie as she indeed gets to talk or just gives us a bit of her own experience of life from her lens as a sports person.
Infamous World Cup moment, it just showed really how amazing we were playing. Unfortunately, that moment kind of took away from what Nigeria was doing to all of England that game. In that moment, it just showed the overall frustration that England had with us the whole entire game. They were just frustrated. They couldn't get through us. We were there 100%, giving them everything, every tackle. We were winning. When the moment happened, I was kind of just like, well, that sucks. You're getting a red card. Like, I knew it. We have VAR, so it's like a little bit more black and white. And so that's why I was kind of chilling. A lot of people usually ask me, like, why didn't you, like, get up and, like, aren't you mad? And I was just like, no. Unfortunately, that moment really just, like, eclipsed the whole entire game. And, I think us as a team played so amazing. Still super proud of the Super Falcons for that game and think it definitely needs, like, more hype more than that photo.
Oh, yes, it definitely does need a lot more hype than that photo. I'm talking about the moment where Michelle Alozie was trending. You remember when Reece James' sister, Lauren James, put her leg on her waist and like, what is going on? But of course, it did get the red card that it deserved right there. But that was actually so much passion from that England team, against our Nigerian team. And Michelle Alozie was just feeding us into that. And I want you to also take a look at listen to another individual who actually had something to say as well. Part and parcel of this cast of the African Giant.
I grew up in Lagos. I came from a family where we're not financially stable. So I would say from a poor family, I felt like, I have to change the status quo. I have to make things better. The drive came while I was very young, and that was because I saw my mom as a role model then. She works a lot. She does so much to make sure the family is stable. And that was where the whole passion, the whole, mindset thing came. I felt like, okay, mom, we have to do this together. We're in the market, so, support her, try to hawk on the street, stuff like that. So then I'm like spending so much time with her that I'm supposed to train. Then she was like, okay, Raj, I think I have to sacrifice my business that you can pursue your football career. That's one of those things that have really put the, later track for me.
Beautiful, isn't it? These stories are what inspire a lot of young girls to know that, you know what, if Rashidat Ajibade could do this, if Michelle Alozie could do this, if Asisat Oshoala could do this, then I too can do this. And for me as a sport presenter, I am absolutely thrilled, absolutely excited and inspired by these women. And that is why, because of how much they go out there and represent us on the international level, in the continental level, they deserve as much of the flowers, as much as the appreciation, as much of the recognition as our men's team, which is why you need to not just listen, not just need to watch the African Giant documentary, but also share it across board. Also make sure that you spread the noise. push this because it is an impactful narrative on gender equality, representation, and also the Nigerian spirit. All of these through the story of the Super Falcons. I'll be talking a lot more about this all the way. And you know what? You can also, go out there on X, push this movement, hashtag Giants together. You'll also find details and even more on our website at www.wfm917.com, as well as our social media platform for you to get to watch this documentary, be inspired, and know that maybe right now I'm not a footballer, but who knows, my daughter could be a footballer tomorrow. And pushing these sorts of agendas will also give my children, my daughters, my sisters, my friends the opportunity for a level playing ground when it actually comes. This is still Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7. And you know who it is on the MIC? Miracle Phillip. All right, now let's talk about Nigeria's run. Yes, let's talk about the Under 19 Women's World Cup as far as basketball is concerned. Yes, it did get to begin, and what we had for ourselves, our Nigerian, the Tigress, phenomenal in their very first game. What they actually did in their opening day was triumphing over China. It also marked their first ever win at the tournament. That was a 93-88 victory. Yes, in fact, that particular victory even drew a lot of comparisons as well with the Tigers Olympic quarter-final run at Paris 2024. And with that sort of victory over China, it equally raised the hopes that our junior the Tigers, the under 19 basketball female football team for Nigeria might just be willingly ready to also match up expectations and keep our flag running high. Unfortunately, in that second game, it was not a sweet run. It was Canada who actually dominated. They inflicted so much injury on our junior the Tigress. It was a 113-42 defeat on Nigeria at that 2025 FIBA Under 19 Women's Basketball World Cup game. The second game for Nigeria in such republic. And guess what it did for Canada? It actually did set a new tournament record for the highest number of 3-pointers made in a single match at both women's and men's level. This Canadian team, they actually came for us. So yes, they've become the first team in FIBA Under 19 World Cup history to get that, to register 23 pointers in a single fixture. The previous record was actually 19, jointly held by Japan's women and the United States men. But look, this team came right up there and they surpassed them. Now, Canada, however, they were the ones who went up a lot more better, than us in the second game. And right now they are sitting atop the all-time list for 3-point field goals made in a single FIBA Under 19 World Cup game, ahead of Japan's 19 against Chinese Taipei. And that was in 2021. Now, the third in rank right now is Israel, who are actually ranked as third. Well, in spite of this, really, we can still say, okay, no problem. We it was a loss to Canada, a victory to China, a loss to Canada. But let's see how we can bounce back, because the junior the Tigers are going to go up against Portugal in their final group game on Tuesday, and that's going to be tomorrow, with the qualification to the knockout phase still a possibility that we're looking all out for. So I'm just hoping, I'm also hoping, because this is women supporting women, that we actually build on our day one momentum and give this a fiery third game. because that's what we got to do. That is exactly what we got to do. Oh my goodness, time fast spent. 24 minutes past 7 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. And I know that some people will not forgive me if I do not talk about Chelsea's game against PSG as at yesterday. Ooh! Was that a game that you looked out for? Was that a game that you finally got? Was that a final in the FIFA Club World that got you excited? Chelsea fans, I want to hear from you this morning. 07000 917 917 09155 917 917. All you need to do is take a listen to those magical moments. It was Chelsea winning 3-0 against PSG, the European champions.
It was in. Brilliant move. Gusto's interested here. He's got the better of Nuno Mendes. Malo Gusto, tight angle. Pulls it back for Palmer. Yes! Brilliant! Sanchez pass to Gusto again, 1-0. Outstanding! Outstanding, Ben! Outstanding! Cole Palmer, the main man for the big occasion. And Chelsea lead the Club World Cup final, and it's all kicking off. Maybe they're expecting more space.
On the fullbacks again.
Luis Enrique turns around in disgust. Here's Cole Palmer in a dangerous area again. He's bought himself some room, and he's found the corner again. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. He's incredible. He's unbelievable. It's Cole Palmer again. He's on a Club World Cup final hat-trick. He loves that bottom corner, all right, of this tournament. Chelsea 2, Paris Saint-Germain 0. Half an hour played in New Jersey. Tear up the scripts that everybody had written, because at the moment, blue is very much the colour. Cole Palmer's just run 50 yards without a challenge. Oh, it's a clever pass. João Pedro 3-0. Dreamland for Chelsea. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We're ripping them apart. A scoreline that's creating echoes around the world. Chelsea 3, Paris Saint-Germain 0. It's not even half time. Ben, take a bow, Cole Palmer. How much space has he got? 3-0 Chelsea! He goes to 0-8. Nice little run. Oh, what a save from Sanchez to deny.
Well, of course, it was Chelsea's win. Undeniable. The indefectible. These people indeed painted that stadium, the MetLife Stadium, blue. All right, my people, it's still Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. And you definitely want to get to hear what Enzo Maresca had to say right after that win.
How do you feel?
Yeah, very proud, very happy for the players. What a moment, Club World Cup. We won this competition, and we are very, very happy.
How did it feel to lift the trophy there, surrounded by your coaching staff, surrounded by your friends?
No, yeah, it's been a lovely journey. All through all the season in this competition, we went, group stage, and then another game, another one. And today, I think the performance was top against a top opposite.
Well, absolutely top indeed. Tomorrow we'll be right back to talk even more sporting updates, all for your listening pleasure. But yeah, congratulations to Chelsea fans all around the world. Somebody said, you know what, there was noise pollution, and it was Chelsea against the world. All right, I'll talk about Wimbledon tomorrow, but this is also to say thank you so much for listening right here on Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7. Coming up next is the newspaper review. I will always say stay sporty, stay good, stay tuned on your Women Radio 91.7. Good morning.
turn it magical. With me she'd say everything you want to dream away.